Hello everyone, it is I, your internet friend, Hungry Skeleton, and I'm here to show you how to connect a custom domain to Route 53. A guide will be attached to the description, and so let's just get right into it. So you first have to purchase a domain, and you can do this in the AWS service called Route 53, and you click on here, and then next you can click under Registered Domains. Here you can see I have two domains registered, and the one I'll be using for today is called Hungry Skeleton. This is the domain name. Uh, Assuming you've purchased it or have one, you can either transfer them in or just click on Register Domain and find one you want. So after you've registered your domain here, what you can do is you can create a S3 bucket. So here I've already created three S3 buckets. I've created one with the domain that matches the domain name, and then one that is the subdomain. So it's going to be www.hungryskeleton.com, and then this will be the primary domain. So you just create two, one with a domain name and then one with a www dot, and that's all you need to do for now. And let's hop right into it. So let's just configure our domain bucket. So our domain bucket matches the one on Route 53. Click on this. All right. And if you have a blank bucket, all you need to do is open up the Properties tab, go down to the bottom, and you're going to hit Edit, and you're going to say Enable, Host a Static Website, and you're going to specify your two documents here, index.html and error.html, and you're just going to save it. And after that, you should be able to see an endpoint. And so let's just quickly test if our website is working. Here you go. Our website's working. And then in the permissions, don't forget to edit and uncheck the block public access. So don't forget to uncheck that. And lastly, don't forget to add the bucket policy, which is the same from the previous one. You're just going to copy this, and you're going to put in the domain name here. In my case, it's hungryskeleton.com. You can see it's right here. The Amazon resource name matches the Amazon resource name, and that's what you need to do. And that's all you need to do to configure your primary bucket. So now we can click on buckets here, and we can go to our subdomain bucket. And the role of this is to redirect any request coming in for this will be redirected towards the domain bucket. So click on this and go under properties, and under static website hosting, click on the edit, and then put your domain name. So hungryskeleton.com. You're going to say enable static website hosting and redirect request for an object, and it's going to be HTTP. Um, so this bucket here will take incoming request and send it to the other domain bucket. So that's all you need to do to configure it. And now the last thing we're going to do is we're going to configure our domain bucket to manage logging. So create a bucket with a name logs.domainname.com, and you're going to create this you're going to create a folder, and you're going to call it logs. And here's where all the logs are going to be stored. When anyone accesses your website, it'll log that information in here. So create this bucket logs.domainname.com or whatever domain you have, and go back to the domain here. And what you're going to do is you're going to go under properties. You're going to hit server access logging, and you're going to edit, and you're going to enable. And then from here, you can select that logs bucket that we have. And it seems like I already have some logs in here, so you're just going to save your changes. And what it does is every 2 hours, you add if anyone contacts your website, it records the logs in here and you can view it for later use. So after that, um, once everything's all good, you can upload these files into here. Not too complicated. You just quickly upload them and then you can just add the files. But I already have them in here, so you can do them. You can put any index.html or error.html in there. And then and then last, we're going to test our domain. So our domain, we tested it and we can access this index.html. So if you click on this, properties, we can access this. So we know everything's all good. Lastly, we're going to go to Route 50. We're going to go back to Route 53 and you're going to add an alias in, you're going to add an alias to your registered domain. So quickly go to here, quickly go to hosted zones under Route 53 and click on your domain here. And you're going to create two records. So I'm going to show you how to do it. But I have two records here. One alias record that points towards my S3 bucket, and the second alias points towards the subdomain bucket, right? So you're going to just follow this and repeat this process for both of them. So you're going to hit create record, go to simple routing, define a simple record, and you're going to put, for the first record of your domain, just leave this blank. You're going to select alias to an S3 website endpoint. And for me, it's where my bucket's located. So I'm just going to put US East 1. Put this in your respective region here. And for this S3 endpoint, you can see it points to that hungryskeleton.com bucket we made, and you can hit define simple record. So now we're going to create our second record for www.hungryskeleton.com. So you're going to repeat that process. So create record. Going to go to simple routing. You're going to hit define record, and you're going to put www. Select this and www. You're going to leave that as default. Select your alias to the S3 website, and you're going to go US East 1 is my location. But if you're in a different region, then select the one that your buckets are in. And from here, you can see it points to the www.hungryskeleton.com, which was the subdomain bucket we made. You're going to add both of these records in. And yeah, so for now, because I already have them here, you can just cancel, or I can just cancel. But for you, you'll have to hit define record. So once these two are working, once this alias record and this alias record are working, what we can do is we can go to hungryskeleton.com. So I'm going to open up a browser here. I'm going to go to hungryskeleton.com, and you can see it found it. So let's just take a look at the network here, and let's record activity. So I'm going to refresh this, and you can see to verify it works, you can see that the server it hit was Amazon S3. And because you're using hungryskeleton.com, it doesn't have to do a redirect. So in the next one, if you type www.hungryskeleton.com, you'll notice that there's two. So the first request goes to here. It hit your bucket, your S3 bucket here, and because we enabled it to be a redirect, it'll redirect you to this page, and we've retrieved it. And yeah, that's how you can confirm that your website works. Obviously, your domain works here, and we've tested both of them. If you're not planning to do this, it's best to clean up your records here, as well as cleaning up all the buckets as well. So clear out these resources, like how we showed in the previous video. And yeah, that's it. For the next video, we'll show you how to add HTTPS to your website for it to be secure, and then we'll use CloudFront and look at a certificate manager to make it a secure website. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you at the next video.